On the edge of a little town, a cozy farmhouse sat under a giant oak tree. This was home to many animals, but two of them were an unlikely pair of best friends. Whiskers, the sleek gray cat, and Paws, the bouncy golden puppy. Though they were different in almost every way, Whiskers and Paws had grown inseparable. They spent their days playing in the yard, napping in sunny spots, and sharing all kinds of adventures. But nothing could prepare them for the magical journey they were about to embark on. The mysterious glow. One evening, just as the sun dipped below the horizon, Whiskers and Paws were chasing fireflies in the garden. Suddenly, they noticed a strange golden glow coming from the woods beyond the farmhouse. "What's that?" Paws asked, his ears perking up. Whiskers narrowed her green eyes. "I don't know," she said cautiously. "It wasn't there yesterday." "Let's go see!" Paws barked, already bounding toward the trees. Whiskers hesitated. "The woods can be dangerous," she warned. But curiosity got the better of her, and with a sigh, she followed her eager friend. Entering the enchanted forest, as they stepped into the forest, the golden glow seemed to grow brighter. The trees around them shimmered, their leaves sparkling like tiny stars. "This is amazing," Paws said, his tail wagging furiously. Whiskers, always more cautious, sniffed the air. "Something feels different," she said. Just then, a tiny voice called out, "Help! Over here!" The friends looked around but couldn't see anyone. "Down here," the voice said again. They looked down to find a small, glowing creature with wings. It was a fairy. The fairy's plea. The fairy introduced herself as Lila. "Thank goodness you're here," she said, her wings fluttering nervously. "What's wrong?" Paws asked. "Our home, the Enchanted Grove, is in trouble," Lila explained. "The glowstone, which gives the forest its magic, has been stolen by a mischievous raven named Shadow. Without it, the forest will lose its magic forever." Whiskers tilted her head. "Why would a raven want a magic stone?" "Shadow loves shiny things," Lila said. "But he doesn't understand how important the glowstone is. Will you help me get it back?" Paws barked excitedly. "Of course we'll help," Whiskers sighed. "I suppose someone has to keep him out of trouble," she muttered, but her eyes sparkled with curiosity. The journey begins. Lila led them deeper into the forest, where the trees grew taller and the air felt cooler. The friends had to cross a sparkling river, hop over giant mushrooms, and sneak past a family of snoozing owls. At one point, Paws got his paw stuck in a tangle of vines. "Hold still," Whiskers said, using her sharp claws to cut him free. "Thanks, Whiskers," Paws said, wagging his tail. "Try to be more careful," Whiskers replied, but she couldn't help smiling. The riddles of the forest. As they reached the heart of the forest, a large stone gate blocked their path. In the center of the gate was an inscription. "To pass through here, you must be clever and kind. Solve the riddles, and the way you'll find." Lila fluttered nervously. "This must be the Gate of Trials." A deep voice boomed. "Who dares to approach the Gate of Trials?" Whiskers stepped forward bravely. "We do," she said. "Very well," the voice said. "Answer these riddles or turn back." Riddle 1. I'm not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. What am I? Paws scratched his head. A rock? Whiskers shook her head. "No, it's fire," she said. The gate glowed and rumbled. "Correct," the voice said. Riddle 2. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Paws looked confused, but Whiskers thought hard. "Footsteps," she said. The gate creaked open, revealing a path. "You are clever and kind," the voice said. "You may pass." Facing Shadow. Beyond the gate, they found Shadow perched on a high branch, the glowstone clutched in his beak. "Shadow?" Lila called. "Please give us the glowstone, the forest needs it." Shadow tilted his head. "But it's so shiny," he croaked. "I like it." Paws stepped forward. "Shadow, don't you want the forest to stay magical? Without the glowstone, all the sparkly things will disappear." Shadow hesitated, looking around. Disappear? Whiskers had an idea. She held up the shiny bottle cap they'd found in the garden. "If you give us the glowstone, I'll trade you this. It's very shiny, and it's just for you." Shadow's eyes lit up. "Deal," he squawked, dropping the glowstone and grabbing the bottle cap. Restoring the magic, Leela quickly placed the glowstone back in its rightful spot in the Enchanted Grove. The forest seemed to sigh with relief as the trees sparkled brighter than ever, and the air filled with the sound of joyful birdsong. "You did it," Lila said. "The forest is safe, thanks to you." Whiskers and Paws looked at each other and smiled. "We make a pretty good team," Paws said. "Even if you're noisy and clumsy," Whiskers teased. Lila gave each of them a small glowing crystal. "A token of thanks," she said. "Whenever you need a little magic, this will remind you of the forest." Home again, as they returned to the farmhouse, the first rays of sunlight peeked over the horizon. "What a night," Whiskers said, stretching. "I can't wait to tell the chickens," Paws barked. Whiskers rolled her eyes but purred softly. "Let's take a nap first." And as they curled up together under the oak tree, they dreamed of the magical forest and the unlikely adventure that brought them even closer together.